Hello everyone, welcome to General Lando 327 plays Final Fantasy XIII, episode 33. So we're going to try to get to 11 in this episode. We are not going to fight the final boss of the chapter. Okay, sure, we'll fight you. The reason I don't want to fight the final boss is because I want to do the next section of upgrading equipment in this chapter between the end of this episode and the final boss, and then next week we'll do the final boss and one more hunt. Mission or whatever you want to call them, and then well, that was unexpected. Most people wasn't paying enough attention, but still. Also, I forgot to switch that back. Actually, I don't really need it to tell the truth. So anyway, we're gonna do the final boss and one more mission, and then on Saturday of next week there'll be another installment of What If You Don't Like It, What If You Don't Like My Way, where we're fighting the final boss, potentially the mission. Probably not. Probably just the final boss of this chapter, because the mission it's massively over leveled for what we're capable of at this point. But we can do it if we do it a certain way. So I'm not sure there's even another way to do it. It's going to be tough enough as it is. I suppose theoretically you could... No, I'm not even sure theoretically you could do it another way.
Now that looks like an easier way to get where we're going.
Well, let's take it. Wouldn't want you to throw your back out climbing, old man.
You really are a charmer, aren't you?
Thinking there might be something behind us, but I realized that's not in this game, that's in 13.2. I do really like the music in this area.
Finally, how many centuries?
Alright, take this little side detour. Because there's a free perovskite over here. Right, so this is the only mission we're going to complete in this episode, and it's the only one that's right on the way.
Which is your house?
What do you mean, witch's house?
of them. They're all ours.
Yep, everyone in the village lived together.
One big happy family?
One heck of a lot of places to hang your hat.
So yeah, we're in Erba, which is Vanille and Fang's home.
We're back.
So, you want to take a look around?
We'd better. Gotta find something to help us lose these brands.
That's not the only reason we're here. You're finally home. Make the most of it.
They don't actually make mention of it in this game. They make it a little bit more clear in 13 too. But the white around here is not snow, contrary to what you might guess. It's actually a crystal ash. And they never really explain why, although I would assume that it's because the fact that all of the monsters around here are also Seath, or all Seath, except for the mission. I would guess that what happened is the Fang and Vanille failed to destroy Cocoon, and I'm guessing that Erba was the one that got punished for it. Back when Fang became Ragnarok and split the side of Cocoon open, they didn't actually succeed in destroying Cocoon. So the Fal'Cie being what they are, they probably took it out on Erba. It's mostly speculation on my part, but would make sense. What am I doing here? Oh, right. I knew there was a reason I got into the menu. We're going to get a new Seath type here, Seeker. And they are, not at all challenging either. Actually, if you are casually going through this game, you could have a tough time with these, only because you're probably ill-equipped to handle them grouping up on a single character, because that's what they like to do. But if you know to use aggression, you're pretty much good to go anyway. Alright, so in this area we have two wonderful Vitala enemies, like the mark that we fought back in Tajan's Tower. Oh joy! And we are going to be fighting them a total of 3 times, I think? Well, we're going to fight a total of 3 of them, actually. Probably worded that poorly. We're not fighting the pair 3 times. We're going to fight this one at least twice. And then the other one once. Unless, of course, I get bored of fighting them and decide not to. Just be honest, we don't need to see them. Was that the only thing I could stick on it? Oh. Well, whatever. You don't get to cast Inertial Barrier before the stagger ends? Well, let's speed that up. Guess that means I probably should heal. Cool. Wonderful. Not at all what I wanted. There we go. Anyway, if you're casually going through this game, you probably are going to struggle immensely with fighting those, which means you are extremely underleveled. The enemies in this area aren't actually all that bad to just farm back and forth between here and the between here and where we got off from Tation's Tower. So it's not a horrible idea to do that if you're having trouble with those Vitalas. All right, so a few things to look at in this area. Only one that really matters, but and the only one that really matters.
Bhakti!
Friend of yours?
Yeah. You're okay. I was worried. Huh?
He wanted to say goodbye.
He's not ready for the scrap heap just yet. Bit worse for wear, yeah. Nothing I can't fix. Just need to track us down some parts.
So we have to find some items to fix Bhakti, and while this is pseudo side quest-ish, they're all in the Ereba area. The worst part about the side quest is having to go all clear to the other end of Ereba and then coming all the way back. But, whatever. Now we could fight the Vitala again right now if we wanted to. But there's no point. I don't really care that much about the CP. It's probably going to be a slightly long episode anyway, only because of all the running back and forth. There is one in here that we have to fight in order to get the first part for Bhakti. There we go. That's what I meant to do the first time. Alright, and the first component we're going to get is a battery pack. And then right back outside here, there is another marker All of the parts are marked with the little orange circle on your map, so they're not hard to find as you go along. Then we get a power cable.
Let's wrap this up.
Alright, then we get a new weapon for Vanille. This is the only part for Bhakti that's not marked on the map because you have to fight this vampire to get it.
You're gonna swerve. You're gonna swerve.
Alright, so there's part 3. And there is a staircase here that is easily missable to get a sphere up here. It's only a libroscope, so if you miss it, it's not a huge deal, but I tend to go past that one like all the time and forget that it's there. Alright, and now we have our mark. The only non-Seath encounter in this entire area up to the boss fight. And we get to fight 10 Ceratosaurs, which at this point is trivially easy. Even then, if you're not careful, they can whittle away your health very quickly. If they happen to all gang up on lightning or something, you may just have to start over the battle and do it again, and then chances are they'll target somebody else. Otherwise, you can just take them all down in aggression. If you are casually pacing yourself through this game, you might want to just use Tireless Charge instead of aggression. 2 commandos and a medic, just so that you can keep health topped off. Not a horrible idea. Alright, there's that mark, which means we now have a teleport stone active in Erba. Right now we are going to go, before we fight these, we're going to take a detour into the deserted schoolhouse. This area is going to be a major part of 13-2's plot. This schoolhouse in particular. And this time we get to fight another Vitala, but this time it's got two of the weakling Chan-Chans attached to it. Forgot about this one, to tell you the truth. And then we're going to use our usual combo, Relentless Assault and Smart Bomb to take it down. Because of course we are, what else would we do? And there we go. Alright, and we need to get the lens. Aspheric lens. And then before we leave, we need to go up to the roof. To get 2 more spheres. One of them has a Moogle puppet, which is worth 18,000 gil by itself. And then we have the Pleiades High Powers weapons for Saz. Alright, then we get to move forward here. And I'm in the right paradigm, so I don't need to worry about it.
Take down the enemy.
Give it one more round so we can use the 2-round trick.
Let's go!
See that Aroga spell, you can see how potentially fatal these things are, especially when you add on top of it their whale ability that could daze your healer at just the wrong time. That's why I didn't want to fight that 3 vampire battle back at the end of Hadrian's Tower, because I just didn't feel like dealing with that. Not that we couldn't take it, but... I do have assassination in this party. That actually probably would have been better. Oh well. Thought I took that out of my paradigm setup, but I didn't.
Too light to bang.
Alright, and once we go up these stairs, we're going to be able to get the last piece for Bhakti. And then we get to walk all the way back. Aren't you excited? I know I am. Not at all. We can examine some other stuff up here, but basically it's going to tell us that none of these boxes and stuff are going to be useful for what we're trying to find for Bhakti. Just some flavor stuff, but down at this end there is a another treasure sphere with the Flamebane brooch, and then right over here is the metal plate that we need for Bhakti. So now we get to go back. Hey! Thank you. Direction. You know, paradigms, that would be smart. My own little world, apparently. Might be able to avoid this encounter. Because why bother? You know, I really ought to put a bravery talisman on Lightning, because she isn't using any physicals in this area anyway. Or, I mean, a morale talisman is what I meant. No, I was right the first time. Blessed talisman, that's what I'm thinking of. Bravery talisman is the version that levels up into morale talisman. Do this. Alright, so the rewards for fixing Bhakti are based on how many steps you've taken on Pulse. And if you're playing the way I play and doing all those missions, then you're going to get all the rewards. Otherwise, you might miss like the last one or two if you're just trying to move straight from beginning to end. Which just means you can come back later
Hey,
and finish
look
it,
who's
but-
back.
Oh, Bhakti. Thank goodness.
Whew. You're a lifesaver, Saz.
Nah, it was just a quick tune-up. Don't mention it.
Alright, then talk to it again. There we go. He gives you some tips too, but meh. Alright, so most of that is sellable items, except for the Deceptisols, which honestly, you probably are overstocked in them and could probably sell those anyway, but they don't make much. And the, I'm not going to bother with the Vitala this time. So the Deceptisols and the other ones are the ultra compact reactors that you don't want to sell, because those are one of the most potent crafting tools in the game. So, but the gold nuggets, the perfume, and the platinum ingots you can just toss.
You're open!
Alright. Now we are back to where we were, and we can move on from here. This is actually going to time out to just about an hour, so that'll work out really well. Right. Guess what? We get another Vitala. Yay. Alright, and then this is the weapon that we're going to equip to Fang for a while. Actually, for the remainder of the game. That's the one we're going to upgrade. Huh, I was thinking that we didn't get that until the beginning of the next chapter. Whatever. But the taming pole is the one that I prefer to use on Fang for the rest of the time. As much as I use Fang as a Ravager, her stats are just so horribly held back by the Pandoran Spear and its higher versions. That the taming pole, even though the taming pole makes it so that she can't actually trigger a stagger, it doesn't make too much difference. Very, very rarely am I going to care. Because if Fang is in a Ravager role, it's because I want to try Ravager party. So I've got two other Ravagers that are likely to have the same effect. And if she's not in a Ravager role, then she's not doing enough chain gauge boosting to make it likely to matter. Alright, well, guess I'm skipping that battle. Go over here. Get this. Alright, and this is where we're going to stop. Before we actually end the episode, I'm going to sell some of that loot that we've gotten. I don't care where I sell it at, but whatever. So we're going to sell off these platinum ingots, gold nuggets that we picked up, gold dust, none of this, Moogle Puppet, and the Cactuar Doll. Keep the Ultra Compact Reactor. We don't need... Think about this. I'm trying to remember if we need the perfect conductors at this point or not. I think we're done with the perfect conductors. It'll be mostly particle accelerators and ultra compact reactors for the remainder of the is it? Somewhere here I have a list of the ones that I actually want to keep. Let's- Alright, let's do this. There it is. This is what I want. Alright, so we do want to keep the perfect conductors for now. Alright, so all of those we want to keep. But the rest of this stuff we can toss. And by toss I mean self-heal. Keep the bomb equipment except for... we can probably get rid of the ashes, but I guess I'll save them for now. The perfume is just for sale. Chocobo plumes, I don't even know why they're in here other than, you know, whatever. Moon blossom seeds are specifically to sell. And then the only beast components we need are vibrant oozes, sturdy bones, and I'll know when I get there. Barbed tails. I knew it was a tail, but I couldn't remember what it was. Doesn't look like we have any of the beast components we needed to keep. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright, so there's all of those. And since I'm in there already and I'm going to need them, we're going to go ahead and buy these. Sturdy bones, barbed tails, and vibrant oozes. Alright. I'm just going to go back to sell so I can actually just recategorize those. Alright, there we go. And then the other thing we can sell is that extra tetratic tiara that we picked up, because we don't need it for anything. Probably sell some of those bangles. I'm going to get rid of the gold bangle and the mithril bangle for now. I'm going to keep the rest of it for the moment. Do I have any of the lower level talismans that I upgraded? No. Okay, that's fine. Alright. So that's that. Don't sell any weapons. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of these Decepticons because we don't need 16 of them. In fact, I'm probably just going to get rid of the 10 that we just got from Bhakti. So there's another 5,000 gil. And we're up to almost a million gil. Not that we'll have that for very long. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and share it with your friends. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tomorrow, if you're watching these as it airs, Tomorrow we will do a run through of all of the weapons that we're going to upgrade for our characters. That's going to be it. Next time we will do the boss fight of this chapter, and then we're going to do one mission that's massively overpowered for what we're able to do, but at the same time it is something that we can actually take care of now, and get a reward that's very useful to us in gathering CP for the rest of the game, the growth egg. So that's what we're going to do next time, and then next Saturday will be another episode of What If You Don't Like My Way, where I will fight the boss of this chapter a few other ways. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys the next time. Everybody have a great day.